Cooking with the Woodsiders, episode number 2. We're going to make crepes. It's very simple, very easy. It's done like in 10 minutes. And I have my own way of doing it. I'm not sure if it's the right way, but it works. So what do I need? I need eggs. So I always try to buy organic, or I buy this because there's no plastic cover. Right? Because we use too much plastic here. Then flour, all-purpose flour. So I also try to buy organic, but I'm not sure if this is organic. But it's Korea's best wheat flour. Then I need milk. And what else do we need? That's it. And then the rest is a part 2 to make the crepes better. So the crepes are actually something that you make, and then the crepes, it's kind of almost like bread, so you can put a lot of stuff on it later, but okay, this is for later. I have this thing, so now we basically scramble the eggs. Try to be relaxed when you do that, otherwise you'll get cramps. And so we have a band called Corgi, and we're releasing an album called Cosmos. So Yuto is our guitarist, and yeah. So maybe you, like, it's already done. Yeah. So if you want, you can just say something.
Okay. I'm scrambling the egg, and Ilya's gonna make a crepe.
So it's very easy, right? It's just 3 ingredients basically. Milk, but that's just the beginning. Afterwards we'll see what we can do with the crepe. So
it's like Japanese okonomiyaki. We make some and some other stuff.
Let me put this. Then the scrambled eggs. Right. So make sure they're scrambled well. Then you put it here. Yeah, I think Gordon Ramsay will be proud of it. Gordon Ramsay, if you don't know the guy, he's like yelling at customers. Well, it's still kind of. Now we add milk. I have 1 portion like that. I'll add a little bit of honey. Okay. It says organic raw honey, but we don't know if it's real because there are no really laws here. Just put a little bit. Right? To make the crepes a bit smaller, I have a very like not traditional way of spreading the dough on the pan. You will see it later. But basically the best thing is if you have a smaller pan and if you can just do like that. Okay. But so first step is we have to get the pan very, very, very hot.
New York typical kitchen. You have to set it up.
So, and the most important thing is don't burn your house. So I have this for what? To do this. And then I have this thing is to take the crepes out of the pan. And then this I use it like to smear the, how do you call the dough? To smear the dough around the pan. But normally you don't have to do it. If you have a smaller pan, or if you want to make like gigantic crepes, you can just do it like that. So you have to make sure there are no, you see this liquid is perfect because there are no, you don't see the flour in it anymore, right? So it's just one liquid. Great. So okay, now let's make the crepes. So now normally you do it like this. So like now you can see if the dough is really good or not. And it still has, you see the landscape. So what I do, because the pan is a bit too big, I just spread it like that a little bit. But that's like not the good way to do it. The good way to do it is like, yeah, just doing it but they will be pretty thick crepes. The first one is always a tricky one. So if the first one is not perfect, it's not a problem. It's always like that. So the first one, mostly you have to leave a little bit longer on. Let's see. So you see, no liquid needed. And it's perfect color actually. So now, you see, crepe number 1. I'm gonna try to. Wow! It's perfect. It's like my mother used to make.
Awesome.
A little bit of honey makes it wow.
Yeah.
It's like we used to eat it in Russia like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like exactly. Well, I was born in the Soviet Union. Yeah. And then we immigrated to Belgium when I was 8. And that was a complete new thing. I remember we were going with my brother to watch cars outside. That was so exciting because we only had like Lada, you know, in Russia.
What's Lada?
Yeah. Most people, you know, they had Ladas, and then we were so excited that in Belgium we had all these different Western cars that we went to see all the cars.
Yeah.
We were the only immigrants back then there actually, and we were treated greatly, you know, like. I never felt any discrimination or anything because I was. I mean, some kids made some remark, but I never cared. So, but then eventually, destiny led me to New York, and I moved to New York City, and now I ended up in Queens with micro Corgi.
Yeah, you lived in my apartment for what, like 2 months?
Yeah, 2 months.
2 months.
So that's how I met Yuto. So you're the assistant now, right?
I can be.
Okay, so.
Now I'm here.
Okay, now a couple of things while I keep continue making the crepes, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe Andrew, can you please first wash your hands and then get there are berries and grapes.
I'm very happy that this album is about to come out. We worked very hard on it, and it's the first of many things to come. And you did such a good job playing those drums.
Thank you. You did a great job playing the piano and the microphone.
Yeah.
Actually, that milk worked great. So I was a bit afraid because we didn't have like real milk, but this milk is perfect. So, and then you can like flip the.
Try to put these berries in the light. You took.
One song, Cosmosphere, which is we always play in the beginning of the gig. It's kind of slow, but I use special effect in the beginning, so that kind of catches everyone's attention. If we are playing the bar, everyone's talking, and I start playing, what the sound, and then I also have a vocal there. I sing with the mic, and also it sings with the guitar. So all the phrase I play on the guitar comes out as a kind of vocal sound. And while we are talking, I think the food is ready.
Yeah, so let me demonstrate. So what you can do, you can put whatever you want. One option you can do is put a little bit of honey. Right? Yeah. Smear it on the crepe. And then I just mixed berries. So the perfect would be like if you would have if you would have strawberries also, but grapes is kind of weird. It doesn't always work, but what I do is I cut them in two. Why? Because then it's easier to like to process it. Now you put it together like that, and then the tooth, and now you have your crepes. So now you can. Yuto will taste it.
Takimasu.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Ta-da! So now we're going to eat the crepes. Nice. Best crepes I have ever made.
Awesome.
Wow, so tasty, right?
Yeah.
I think we're done soon. The honey really adds something to it.
Yeah.
This is not real honey.
Can you tell the difference? Yeah.
It has sugar and syrup in it, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. See you next time. Check out our album. Check out the next episode and the previous one of Cooking with the Woodsiders. Follow us. Goodbye.